About that time again, back to the pantry, and here we are. Lisa from Sutton's Days, Linda from Tuliloo Creates, Darcy from the Purposeful Pantry, Linda from Linda's Pantry, Jenny from Jenny Gow, and me, Prepper Potpourri. All making a recipe with something I'm sure you might have in your pantry. You know what that secret ingredient is? Stovetop stuffing. That's right. There are so many things you can make with this. In fact, I have a video on some of the amazing things you can make with this. But also, of course, you're going to have some fantastic videos and recipes from everybody in this collaboration. But today, we're going to make meatballs with it, and then we're going to make a pizza casserole. Doesn't that sound good? And it's really easy and it's fast. So we gotta mix our pork here with our beef. And of course you can wear gloves if you want, and maybe you should wear, but I have washed my hands, and this is for my family. No lecturing, please. Okay, it's getting pretty good mixed in. Okay, then we want to put in our 1 medium onion. Mixed in a bit. Okay. Our 2 eggs that just hand beat. And our stovetop stuffing. This is the back of the pantry ingredient this month. Okay, and I kind of smushed up the bag first, trying to kind of break up the pieces. So you're putting it all in. It smells good because it has seasoning in it. And now we just got to work it in to our meat. Kind of therapeutic, I guess. Not as good as kneading bread dough, because this is a little hard. But that stovetop stuffing makes this smell really good. So we got kind of a chicken flavor going along with the pork and hamburger. Trifecta, I guess. Almost there. I want to make sure we mix everything through well. I forgot one other ingredient. Add the 1 cup water. Makes the mixing maybe just a little easier. I'll be back when I get this all nice and mixed up. Now we're just going to shape our dough into, is that about 2 inches meatballs, just using this medium scoop here. It's supposed to be 24. We'll see how much this makes. I don't know. Is that about 2 inches? Might be a little under. I do another one. Roly-poly. Put it on our parchment paper. Okay, I think you get the idea. I'll be back when I'm done. We'll see how many I roll up. Well, I think we have 27 meatballs there, so the size isn't too bad. Now, we've preheated our oven to 400 degrees, and we're going to stick them in the oven and bake them for 15 minutes, and then check and see if they're done. So this took longer than 15 minutes. I would say it took between 20 and 25 minutes to have them fully done at 400 degrees. But that could just be my oven, which is the reason I'm going to be replacing my double ovens. But it's taking longer than 6 months. Now I'm told not until January. These meatballs are so easy to make. I mean, there aren't many ingredients. You smoosh it up, it's ready. You bake it for maybe 20-25 minutes, and you got some fantastic tasting meatballs. But let's get on. Let's make the casserole. Now we want to take a 13 by 9-inch pan, spray it a little bit, some oil, and then we're going to use our thin crust here, Pillsbury pizza dough. Okay, we'll take it out. And I'm going to want to unwrap it here. Just like unwrapping a blanket. Okay, I'm going to carefully move this over a bit. Pour half of this pizza sauce. It's 14 ounces, I think. Looks good. Just spread that around. Make sure it gets to all the area. You want to have your sauce on here. Now we're going to want to place our meatballs in there. So 1, 2, 3. And somehow it wants us to get a whole nother row in. So let's see if we can. 1 in there. 2, 3. 4, 5, swoosh over, and 6. Here we go. Now on to the next part. Maybe to be fair, do this, kind of cover all of our meatballs. There, give them a good dunking. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And now we have 1/2 green pepper cut up. Just gonna layer this. And you know, if you like mushrooms, you can put mushrooms on here too. Totally up to you. Or more onions, you know, we got onions in the meatball, but maybe you want more onions. There we go. Okay. And now we want 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. And that's the good part, right? Can you have too much cheese? I don't think so. Right in the edges there too. Just a little more here, right here. There, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to want to put our Parmesan. We got 1/4 cup. Okay. Oh, looking good. Okay. Put it down. Oops, I think I put it down the wrong way. I think I want it this way. I want it there. Okay, well, I'm sure you could do this much neater. Okay, so I'm going to kind of smoosh it together here on the sides so everything doesn't escape. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Just put some fork holes in here. And this is going to go back in our 400-degree oven for maybe about 20 more minutes. Okay, there we have it. Nice and brown. Just let it cool a minute, and then we'll cut into it and try a piece. Nice and crispy. So here it is with the big meatballs sticking out. Let's let it cool off just a minute and we'll try it. Let's bite into it. Steam's still coming off. Let's hope I don't burn my tongue. Here's some of the meatball and the crust. Here we go. This is so good. A little crunch from the peppers. And the pizza crust is just what it should be, crusty. This is really good. And how easy was it? Now there's just two of us, so there's no way we can eat this whole thing. But what I'm going to do, cut it in pieces, put it on parchment paper, freeze it quickly in the freezer, and then put it in individual bags and vacuum pack it. And then we can just open the bag, put it in the air fryer, and have it in probably about 15 minutes. Nice and warm and a really fast lunch. And this whole thing started with a box of Stovetop Stuffing. There's so many things you can make with this, so make sure you watch everybody's collab, because this is a great thing to have in your pantry. It's inexpensive, and in this case, makes fantastic meatballs. I hope you enjoy the recipe.